Hello, everyone, and welcome to Living in Faith. I'm your host, Giovanna Tartarone.
I am your co-host, Pablo Sanchez. Thank you, Gigi.
Hello, Pablo. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. And today we're going to be talking about faith and believing in yourself. How important is it that we have the confidence to go through the storms, right? Because we all experience storms, and it does make us stronger, doesn't it, Pablo? Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Wow, Gigi, completely. I could not agree with that with you more. Um, it's the saying is it makes you stronger, but really, what it has done for me is strengthened my faith because I know that what God has done for me in the past, based on that, I know that I can ask Him, and it will happen again. And to me, I have narrowed down to a nice small formula. My formula is really to what we're calling right here is a dream. Is really to have a purpose. When you have a purpose or you have a dream in mind, it's very easy to get to stay focused and
Yeah,
be able to ask for the same thing over and over again. And you can create your own rituals, if you will, as to how it is that we're going to make that happen for you. Some of the things that we talk about is uh, in the Bible. It says that any dream that you want, you need to write it down. You need to write it down. People that we talk about in the principles of success, we also talk about writing it down, and
yes.
then we also talk about reading it at least on a daily basis, 2, 3 times, and most definitely read it just before you go to sleep. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to influence our subconscious mind.
Subconscious mind.
And
Yes.
the and then the only way to influence our subconscious mind is one through prayer, and second one is through affirmations. And really, when we talk about influencing the subconscious mind, one of the biggest things that you do is when you go into the dream state, you're really talking about visualizing what it is that you want to see, whether it's your dream, what is a goal, how whatever name you want to give it, whatever it is that you want, you can definitely make it. Turn it into reality. The one thing
Absolutely.
that you have to know for sure is that when we're talking about talking to the subconscious mind, to me, I understand it to be the God within me,
Absolutely.
the God within me, and and in order for you to influence the God within you, is you really have to put all your emotion into it, and you because your subconscious mind listens to your emotions, wants to know exactly how bad do you want this, how bad do you want this, and not only do you want it, but who is it that you're going to help with this thing. When you're able to match them both together, what you're actually doing is now you're aligning God's purpose with your purpose. And if you're saying, God, I want to make $20,000 a month. If I want to make $20,000 a month, I want to say, and the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to provide services, so on and so forth. And I'm going to hire, there's five people going to have 5 different families. I'm going to help with this thing. Now, please help me, God. And then if you want, you can name all the people that you want in there as to how it is you're going to help them.
And
So,
believing that you're going to receive it, right? Having that confidence that because you're doing something greater to impact others, there's
yes,
no way that we can't get the help that we need.
yes, and so when we're going through this, and I'm still taking you in my dream right now. I'm
Mm,
saying how we're going to communicate with the subconscious mind. Uh, then what we're saying is that you need to visualize it. Now, visualizing it to me, I now that I know a little bit more, I I'm thinking about the fact that you have to really feel that you have already attained this. You already have it. So because when you attain that, then before you know it, that
Yes.
dream you have already received it, and then when you actually think you're waking up, you see that it's much better than what you even thought about, because what God has planned for you is thousand times so greater than what you have. Sometimes we ask for God for small things. I have heard people ask, God, please give me $300 to help me pay for the rent. What they do not realize is the fact that the same God that you ask for those $300, you can ask him for $10,000 to pay for a nice mortgage and then have some left. So what God wants you to do is He wants you to ask really big. The bigger you is, the bigger the dream, then you know that it's really from God. Because the first thing that happens when you have the big dream or this big goal that happens is the self-doubt comes into play, right?
Yeah.
You have the doubts like, now how is this going to happen, right? Some people they look at education. I don't even have the degree to make that happen. Myself, I can look at myself and says, but I am a Latino, I do not speak English all that well and everything. So how is that going to happen? I wanted to become a CPA, and I want to join just one of the big eight accounting firms back when I was going through college. Now, what's important is that when I applied to the big eight accounting firms, I only limited myself just to the big eight because I was so focused. That's what.
Focused. Yeah.
Now, myself, the only thing that I had on my resume was that I was a New York City taxi driver. I was a New York City taxi driver, and then the other big thing that I must say that's the big one there. That was also in the United States Marine Corps. I think that the two of them really helped out a lot. But then
Yeah.
eh, I can say all I want, or I could say, it also helped that I was Beta Alpha Psi, accounting on the society from Baruch College. And yes, I helped myself with all the things, equipping myself for the position, but I really didn't have any accounting background. I did not have not even done any accounts payable, bank reconciliation. I've never done any of those things. But the thing is that I saw myself working for one of the big eight accounting firms.
You had a strong desire, a
Com-
very strong desire.
and I would not, I
Hmm.
back down from that. I did not even bother looking at the
Right.
Fortune 500 companies or any other companies because I knew exactly what I wanted, and that's what it was. And when it came time, I had offers from all the big eight accounting firms, and I was able to select. Now, I didn't, the things that I'm saying right here is that although I had received my offer already, I did not tell that to any of my friends because I felt bad that I already had my offer. And my friends, they still they were not accepted to the big eight, and they were going to the Fortune 500 companies now. Because I was in the Beta Alpha Side Accounting on the Society, I was able to offer my help because I knew all the recruits from the Fortune 500 companies, and I was able to take my friends to the front of the line. Here you go. It's my best friend. Da da da. And then
Yeah.
they were able to get jobs. Two of my friends they went to work for Philip Morris, and it was extremely so completely amazing. But definitely any dream that you have, that dream has already been created. All you have to do is really believe in that. And part of believing is assuming that you have already achieved it. You have to see yourself, you have to feel it. You have to know, well, how's it going to feel for myself to achieve that dream? Well, you know, you get your tailor made suit, you get your cufflinks, you get them all ready, and you start dressing for the part. Even if you didn't have it, you should do it because to begin with, you're a child of a king. You're a child of a king, and you have to
Hmm.
believe that whatever God has told you that you can have, He's going to give to you. It is that simple, and you want to make it easier. Consider the fact that when you ask for your birthday, right? When you were a kid, right? You says your dad, Mom, this is what I want for my birthday, right? All you had to do is ask one time, and then you knew automatically that when you woke up in the morning of your birthday, boom, the gift that you wanted was going to be there.
Yeah.
That's the kind of faith we need to have. That's the kind of faith we need to have. And you have to believe that, yes, you have your immediate father or mother right here, but it's
There's a greater.
much, much greater.
Mm-hmm.
Same way that your father wants to give you his kingdom, that's what he wants to do right here. So, and then I also say that whatever dream, desire you have actually the right to go back there and ask God, God, I was all nice and quiet over here, and you are the one that put this dream into my heart. So I demand that you give that to me. Now, when you think about this, right? Think about David. David was anointed to be the next king, right? And then he was only a child when that happened. And next you know, after he was anointed, what happened? He went back over there to take care of the sheep. He went back over there and he continued working on he continued doing the same job that he did. Why? God gave you the dream. He told you what you're gonna do, but he did not say it was gonna be easy.
Right.
You have to go through the trials and tribulations, which is what we're talking about. And all those trials and tribulations that you have just make you stronger. Some people even at our old age, something big happens. Your best account goes away, and whatever happens, well, what do you learn from that? To me, what I say is, "Wow, this is awesome!" Right? I just lost a big account. This is awesome, great. Why? Because I know I need to pass that test. I need to be thankful for that. I don't know why God made that happen, but I know that I had to pass that test and be thankful that that happened to me. Because once I'm thankful that that happened to me, I get all the rewards. He says, God is over there saying, "Look at Pablo, I just took his biggest account, and
Mm-hmm.
he's thanking me." He must know what's coming is much better than what I took from him, right?
And that's
And
absolutely, and and it's the same way when people, let's say miss the plane, right? They're angry, they're frustrated, they missed the plane, or the plane is not taking off. There is a reason why. I remember a quick story on when 9/11 happened. My neighbor was a stewardess on one of the airlines, and
Mhm.
she traded places with someone else that day. Like she filled in, and she went on the plane, and that person who trade places with stayed home, right? And then look what happened. Like there's always a reason why. God's plan, we have to trust. When we say believe in yourself, you're also trusting in God's plan for you. And you're having faith that everything's okay. It's something that we have to learn to do because we're conditioned not to do this, right? We're conditioned to look at the bad side of things. But I believe everything happens for sure to make us stronger, more confident, and bring us towards God more and having more faith.
Eh, Gigi, for myself, what has happened is I have I needed to get to know God. So I've been
Mm,
reading the Bible. As you know, I do my
yeah.
daily devotionals. I do them in Spanish and English. So I get double whammy right there. So,
Yes.
and then what I have found out is God's character, right? And, and his faithfulness. So the first thing is that you have to believe is that he's the creator of the universe. He's the one that created the heavens and earth right here. Second, you have to know that God knows your beginning to the end.
I
In order
love
for him,
that.
in order for him to, in order for you to trust his faithfulness, you have to believe that he knows your beginning to the end. And everything that's going through, everything that you're going through, you have to believe that he has a plan for you. That's the come I always encourage people. Says, have you asked God what your purpose in life is? Have you aligned your purpose with God's purpose? Because once you align that those purposes, boom, you're flying. You're flying.
I get
There's no holding you back. It is completely
absolutely.
amazing. Hmm.
Absolutely. I'm going to tell you what I just heard the other day, that at the end of having faith in God, what you actually are achieving is you're building God's character in you. So the plan that God has for you when you do have faith is that you're going to build the same characteristics as God. And what is God? God is love, kindness, right? Empathy, joy, all the high emotions. So that is where ultimately we all want to be. And now it's time to switch over because our friends want to hear what you have to say in Spanish.
My God, how time flies.
Yes.
El, muy buenas noches. Estábamos hablando sobre el poder de la fe en nosotros y la fe en Dios, como cuando uno quiere, tiene un sueño, diga un sueño, tiene eh, una, ah, eh, eh, un propósito. Si usted tiene un propósito en qué es lo que usted necesita, que es más fácil obtenerlo. eh, Parte de la razón es porque las cosas que hemos aprendido aquí es que en los principios del Principles of Success, I just forgot that in Spanish, los principios del, eh, my God, Principles of Success, nos quedamos con eso. Eh, Nos enseña que cualquier cosa que nosotros queramos tenemos que escribirlo. En la Biblia dice que cualquier cosa que usted necesite, que usted quiere, que usted desee, tiene que escribirlo. Entonces, es la parte de los Principles of Success que le enseña que usted tiene que escribirlo, pero aparte de escribirlo, usted tiene que leerlo siquiera unas 3 veces al día. Entonces, cuando usted se pone a leer eso, se le está prácticamente recordando a su subconsciencia qué es lo que usted está pidiendo. Ahora, cuando estamos haciendo esto, lo que queremos hacer es influenciarle a nuestra subconsciencia. Nuestra subconsciencia en realidad es el Espíritu Santo que vive dentro de nosotros. ¿Ok? Entonces, pero el Espíritu Santo, si usted no lo reconoce, el Espíritu Santo está dormidito dentro de usted, está durmiendo ahí, tranquilito, no, no hay nada. Eh, el Espíritu Santo nada más va a creer todas las cosas que usted le diga. Él no tiene, bueno, le estamos llamando a la subconsciencia, no puede rechazar cualquier cosa que usted le diga. Entonces, si usted le sigue repitiendo, y como decimos cada vez que lo vea, le lee lo que usted desea, le está repitiendo, entonces le está diciendo cada momento, eso es lo que quiero, eso es lo que quiero, eso es lo que quiero, eso es lo que quiero. Entonces, dos maneras que uno le puede influenciar a su subconsciencia. Uno es repitiendo lo que usted desea. Esa repetición también le llamamos oración, rezando. Otra oración le llamamos afirmaciones. Ahora, eso es una. La otra manera es soñando. Cuando uno se va a dormir, se pone a soñar. Ahora, la cosa más bella cuando uno está soñando es poder visualizar lo que uno desea. Cuando uno se pone a visualizar lo que uno desea, ya está, usted ya está en la mitad de lo que usted quiere. Ahora, usted se pone ahí a visualizar lo que uno hace ahí, es como que entra en un contrato con su subconsciencia o digamos con Dios diciendo, papito Dios, yo necesito estos $30,000 mensuales, con estos $30,000 mensuales, yo voy aquí y voy a armar esta compañía y voy a tener 5 familias que van a depender de mí aquí. Voy a dar trabajo para esas 5 familias, todos te vamos a servir a ti. Entonces, ahí lo que estamos haciendo, estamos viendo en propósito, pero lo que también estamos haciendo estamos preguntando a Dios si ese es un buen propósito, es el propósito que Él tiene para usted. Entonces, cuando alineamos nuestro propósito con el propósito de Dios, entonces ahí se dice que el deseo suyo se va a cumplir. Y como sucede eso es que después de que usted sigue haciendo esto como un ritual que usted hace, se va a dormir pensando en lo que usted desea y después se pone a soñar y lo que dice es lo siguiente, que cuando usted ya se despierta, usted prácticamente ya está viviendo exactamente como usted lo estaba pidiendo, pero como usted está viviendo es como unas 100 veces mejor de lo que usted pensaba. Eso es porque los deseos de Dios para nosotros son muchos más grandes que lo que tenemos. Entonces, parte de esto es que usted tiene para sentirse así, estoy diciendo, usted tiene que asumir que lo que usted está pidiendo ya lo tiene. Entonces, parte de eso es, si usted ya tiene esos $20,000, lo que usted desee, usted ya tiene sus trajes bien hechecitos, tiene sus cofres, tiene todo, está a lo mejor, tiene su perfume, el mejor perfume que tenga, usted hace todo lo que usted sea como que si usted ya lo tuviera. Y también es una buena cosa de ser porque usted es un hijo de Dios. Usted es un hijo del rey. Y entonces tiene que vestirse como un rey. Tiene que asumir que de veras usted es un hijo del rey y tiene que vestirse como él y tiene que portarse de esa manera. Ahora, el hijo del rey, estamos hablando del hijo de Dios. El hijo de Dios le cree en Dios, tiene mucha fe en Dios. Imagínese cuando Dios Padre le dijo a Jesucristo que eh, eh, Jesús, el mundo está lleno de pecado. Tenemos que hacer algo sobre esto. Mira, yo tengo un plan. Te voy a mandar a la tierra y en la tierra te van a tratar mal, te van a crucificar. Pero en el tercer día tú vas a estar aquí sentado conmigo. Imagínese eso. Jesucristo lo primero que dijo, muy bien, papi, me voy corriendo. ¿Y dónde está él ahora? Él está sentado en la mano derecha del Padre, ¿cierto? Esa es la clase de fe que nosotros tenemos que tener, obedeciéndole a Dios. Entonces, lo que nosotros queremos hacer es ser más, conocerle más a Dios. La manera que yo me he puesto a conocerle a Él es leyendo mi Biblia. Yo hago un devocional diario en la mañana, le hago en español y le hago en inglés. En ese devocional yo estoy aprendiendo, estoy conociendo más y más el carácter de Dios. El carácter de Dios, Él cumple con cualquier promesa que que usted tenga. Pero aquí lo que pasa es un gran ejemplo, David. Eh, David fue nombrado como el nuevo rey. Él cuando tenía nada más de 17 añitos. Después de que fue nombrado, ¿qué fue lo que sucedió? Él regresó ahí a cuidar a las ovejas del papá y siguió ahí por muchos años. O sea, lo que estoy diciendo, usted puede tener el sueño y puede querer todo eso, pero aquí lo que sucede es que no es inmediato. Es cuando Dios dice, es en el tiempo de Dios, no es cuando nosotros lo queremos. Él tuvo que regresar ahí y siguió peleando con los osos y todo. ¿Y qué es que pasó? Estaba ahí planeando ahí con su puntería para cuando venga, no sabía cómo le iba a usar, ¿no? Después sabemos que cogió y ¡pam! Con esa perita le mató a Goliath, ¿cierto? Eso es lo que es. Entonces uno se regresa. Entonces podemos ver las dificultades que tuvo David. David cogió y estaba peleando con los osos y todo eso, pero ¿qué es lo que pasó? Él siguió con su puntería para pelear con los animales, todo eso, y después cuando tuvo que pelear a Goliath, estaba listo, peleó y ganó. El principio de eso. ¿Qué cosa más bella? O sea, Dios le puede prometer algo, pero no va a ser fácil. Va a tener que pasar las pruebas. Y todas las pruebas que tiene Dios para nosotros son para fortalecernos de toda manera. Y aquí lo que sucede también es cuando hacemos esto, estamos fortaleciendo nuestra fe. Y es la cosa más bella que nos puede pasar a todos aquí, fortalecer nuestra fe. Otra vez, siguiendo con lo que hago, leyendo la Biblia, veo diferentes capítulos o salmos de todo ahí que simplemente cada uno atrás del otro, uno atrás del otro me enseña que lo que Dios dice, Él siempre cumple. Es una cosa muy, muy bella que de veras, cualquier persona que, si ustedes desean cualquier cosa, definitivamente, esa cosa usted no lo sabía antes de este show, ¿cierto? O tal vez lo tenía ahí, pero no sabe cómo pedirle. ¿Por qué? Porque tal vez ha perdido la fe. Tal vez ha perdido la fe, pero ¿qué es lo que pasa? Es cuando tiene un sueño grande, el sueño tal vez le dice, usted necesita tener este diploma, lo que sea, pero usted es el que está diciendo eso. Usted es el que está diciendo eso. Dios no ha dicho eso. Dios no le ha puesto ningún límite a usted. Nosotros tenemos que dejar de poner límites en nosotros mismos, porque Dios no ha puesto ningún límite. Dios ha dicho, como dicen en inglés, the sky is the limit. El cielo es lo que tú puedes llegar. Eso es tuyo. Dios no ha puesto ningún límite para nosotros. Nosotros somos los que ponemos los límites, sea porque aprendimos eso de nuestros padres, nuestros tíos, nuestros vecinos, los tatarabuelos, lo que sea, todo eso. eh, eso es lo que dicen que es así, entonces uno se pone a creer en eso, entonces uno se sigue creyendo eso, pero nosotros tenemos que cambiar la manera que pensamos y la manera de pensar, de cambiar, es aprendiendo el carácter de Dios, que Dios cumple con cualquier promesa que Él le ha hecho a usted. Y si le viene la idea en la mente, eso ya está, eso es suyo, eso es suyo. No va a ser fácil, pero eso es suyo, porque Dios lo que Dios le promete, Él cumple. Amén.
Amen. Absolutely. You know, now I catch here words here and there, but it's all in changing your mind, right? Understanding
Completely.
that if you can create that mindset of believing that you deserve whatever it is you want.
Yes, and it's all
Yeah,
really getting to know God's character and knowing His faithfulness, how faithful He is. And just saying, I have read the Bible, keep reading the Bible, and every single time I find, boom, all the promises that God has made, they all come true. Whatever He says, that everything comes true. So it's all part of His character. It's all knowing that He created the universe, He's omnipotent, and He knows the beginning to the end. And yes, he knows we're going through problems right now. He knew about military. He knew about all those things. And here,
absolutely.
here we are. All those things are temporary. The one thing that's permanent is God. God is the only
It's
thing that's
believing
permanent.
in the unseen. If you can believe in the unseen, then I believe that's where the magic happens, right? And knowing that you will get whatever it is that you want because you are devoted. You've made a commitment to God. So I love that. So thank you everyone for watching today's show. Pablo, thank you so much for your words of wisdom as always. I appreciate you. And until next time, I'm your host, Giovanna Torrone.
Muy buenas noches, Pablo Sánchez.
All right, see you next time, everyone. Thank you for showing.
Okay, ciao.